Anakin's gone. I am what remains. As Jedi, it's our job to lead.
Stick around, everybody, because we're celebrating the return of Anakin Skywalker with the newly released brass version of Episode 3's lightsaber, now seen in the new Ahsoka show. Let's get at it. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Well, it happened. It happened. It happened. If you haven't seen it, get out of here right now, because this is a spoiler. Anakin has returned. We've got some Clone War footage with little Ahsoka, which is incredible. Who ever thought we would ever see Hayden Christensen back as Anakin? No less as Darth Vader recently, but Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars? Mind blown. But yes, we got the return of Anakin, and we have an update on his lightsaber, and it was sent over by our friends over here at Vader Sabers. Now, before we dig in, if you're new here, please drop down, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button for upcoming videos. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Let's get into this unboxing. Now, this was sent over by our good friends over at Vader Sabers for everybody to check out. I will put a direct link and a discount code for you down in the description. So let's get this bad boy out. Now again, this is a heavier version of this saber. It was reissued now in brass. So the weight is so much nicer. Because I know a lot of you out there that you really do take the weight of a saber into the quality of the saber. And that's not necessarily true, because we do have the other version here, which is about a pound lighter, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if this is available anymore, if they've just upgraded into now the brass version here. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that version, but they've put some nice upgrades in here as far as the weight. We do have a chassis that's removable, and we'll check that out in a minute. Now, this is the newer SNV4, and you do have a full manual here. And this is fully controllable by the Force Park app, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Now, for me, a great addition is the display pommel. This is always great because after these reviews, they go on the shelf for display, and I really love to have a display pommel there. So that's a great addition. It's also very heavy too. And then, of course, we have the USB-C charger, an Allen wrench here, and we do have, oh, there it is. We have an extra retention screw there, which is an Allen key. The other one that one was a Phillips screwdriver. And over here, we do have a display stand in the box, which when you put it together will look like this. Nice acrylic stand, and for display purposes, we also do have a metal plaque. And it says Anakin Skywalker Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, Vader Saber's logo there, and high-end collectible edition right there. Really nice. And for handling purposes, since this is shiny chrome, we do have a couple of white gloves, so you don't get your fingerprints on it, because it is a fingerprint magnet. And of course, as always, we get an included pixel blade. This is a 7/8 blade, one of my favorites. All right, let's dig in a little bit. Let's start with the pommel here, the swap out pommel. Beautiful. Look at that. That's gonna look fantastic on display. This will look like an exact screen replica with that display piece. So the other one has the vents in it, so the sound comes out. Let me show you that. Now, also on the inside that you'll see here, we have a very nice blade plug, which looks really cool in this lightsaber, which is very close to screen accurate right there. And they do light up. So they are transparent, and you do get a nice effect through there, some nice shine through. So let's do a quick comparison in weight, just so you can see how much quality was added into the new version here. So over here, actually, I do have the 89 Saber's regular Graflex that we've done a review for recently. It has a crystal chamber in there. We have the previous version of episode 3, and this is a Graflex from Disney. So we'll do a quick comparison in weight, just so in case you have any of these, you'll know what this kind of feels like in hand. All right, so this is the new episode 3. We're looking at 800 grams and 1 pound, 12 ounces. All right, so that's the brand new brass episode 3. The previous version is 480 grams and 1 pound, 0.09 ounces. All right, let's move over to the 89 Saber's Graflex. This does have a crystal chamber in it. I don't know if that's going to change the weight too much versus the one without it. I'm sure it might add a little bit, but this will just give you an idea, just in case you have an 89. All right, so this is weighing in at 804 grams, 805 grams, give or take, and 1 pound, 12 ounces. So this 89 Sabers is virtually the exact what episode 3, the brass edition, is weighing in at. All right, and then we have a Disney Graflex here. And that is 1 pound, 6.8 ounces, and 644 grams, 44 grams. Now, hopefully that gives you a good idea of where this is weighing in next to all of these. So for some of you, I'm not sure what that will mean. If you're a cosplayer or you dress up to Galaxy's Edge and you want to wear this around your belt, that might mean you might have to tighten your belt a little bit more because it might pull your pants down. But this is a hefty piece, but it feels really fantastic. All right, so let's dig in here a little bit. All right, now we do have a fully removable chassis. All right, you got your 18650 battery right there. We have your USB-C charger. Now again, this is the SN-V4. It is a blue board here, and you can see your SD card right there. Now, I got to admit, the SD card is a little hard to get to. So I'm hoping somewhere along the line they will update this a little bit to just allow it to access a little easier. Because this doesn't, as far as I know, this doesn't give at all. Like, yeah, you can't pull the board out or anything. So getting to that SD card is a little bit of a process. I have done it once, and I had to heat this up because you do have to melt some of the glue in there. There is glue holding that on. And then over here, there are 2 screws. So you do kind of have to pull this apart to be able to get this back panel off to simply be able to pull that SD card out. If there is an easier way, I just haven't found it yet, but it is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get this out because there's really nowhere to push it. But the good news is that it is loaded with an Anakin sound font. Let's jump over to Vader Saber's website to get you some details. This is the SN-V4, SN Pixel technology, 7/8 blade, 25 plus sound fonts. So this thing is loaded with sound fonts. So today we have to be extra careful swinging around the lightsabers because we have Kona and we have Maui here. Hey buddy, what's going on there, bud?
Anakin.
Now, this actually has a very, very nice sound to it. Very nice. Pretty good smooth swing. We've got flash on clash, blaster blocks. We have lockup. We do have a blade melt effect. We also do have twist on and twist off. Really good gesture controls. Fairly sensitive, I like that. Now, I'm finally hearing really decent accent swings. I do think they've updated the SNV4 firmware a little bit. So I'm not getting as harsh audio cutouts like I used to. This is actually fairly decent. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's pull up the app and check this out, and we'll flip through a lot of the settings really quick this way. It's called Force Park. All right, we can connect it. Actually, I think we might be connected. Click bind. Sure. Epic fail. So unfortunately, the downfall to any app that I've used so far, whether it be Xeno or even the SNV4, sometimes you do have some connection problems that you just have to kind of work through. I was hungry. Lightsabers make me want burritos. What? All right, so we had a little app problem, and while I was out, I did leave the battery out, and I reboot my phone. So let's put everything back together. Now, I did uninstall and reinstall the app as well, and reboot my phone. So let's give this a go.
Connected.
All right, so if you do run into an app problem, uninstall it, reinstall it, reboot your phone, take the battery out of the Saber. You know, it's Bluetooth. What are you going to do? So here in the app, we do have power, lockup. We have all the effects. We have all your fonts. We can flip through your fonts here.
Ayla Sakura, Depa Balaba, Kenobi, Count Dooku.
Let me adjust the volume here. Just pop that down to about 50% because that's really loud. All right, so let's flip through some of these things here. First sound font is Ahsoka. Let's go to Anakin, which I think was 2.
Anakin.
All right. Move that down a little bit so you can see the blade. All right, so on the top here, we do have all your effects. Lockup, tip drag, blaster effects, different clash, force effects. And we also have background music that you can hear there. I'm going to turn that off so we don't get hit with a copyright strike. Then we have a smooth color, which will just kind of rotate through the colors here. And then whenever you find something you like, you could just hit smooth color again, and it will stick to whatever color that is. Now, step color is just going to bang through the colors quick. And then you can also alter your color down here if you want to go back to blue, and then click Ensure. Now, unlike the Xeno app, it doesn't do everything live in real time, so you do have to pick a color and click Sure every time. Let's go back to blue again, and then you got to click Sure. And then you can keep flipping through your fonts here. Man, this is still even 5. It's 0 to 10, but even 5 is really loud. So I'm going to put it down to 2. Yeah, that's much better. So a bunch of the fonts that we have. It's listed as 27 fonts here.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No.
I am told it is the dark saber.
Temple guard.
Star Killer.
Actress.
Last.
Prepare a boarding party.
And then down here we have different lighting effects. So you can see this is on just kind of a pulse. So you could change that into like a flame blade. This is just straightforward, no effect or anything on it. These are usually my favorites, just that slight pulse. Got some rainbows, strobing, which I know the camera's not going to pick up well. Some sparkles going on. Got this white thing kind of going up and down, and some flickering going on in the blade. This one I call the police siren thing, because this always looks like the lights on top of the police cars. And some more soft twinkly things in that one. But I'm always usually on the pulse here. So the next one down we have is different ignition styles. So that's one.
Ignition 2. Ignition 3.
So if you have a Xeno, you'll notice that this is very familiar, because pretty much they're all about the same.
Ignition 5. Ignition 6. Ignition 7. Ignition 8. Ignition 10. Ignition 11.
So then under that we have post-off effect. So that's either going to be a sound or something that the blade is going to do. So this is with nothing. That's 1, 2.
This DJ is official.
So it looks like you got 4 different effects there. And then over here in parameters, you can adjust your blade length. We're at 116. So if you have a shorter blade like that, you can adjust it down. If you have Shoto blades, and keep going if you have like a little dagger blade. And then also under that, you have a whole bunch of other options here. If you have cross blades, like blade length for your sides and delay on when the side blades will come out. Clash sensitivity, twist sensitivity, so you got a bunch of options here. So the app is tremendously useful when it works. If it's not working, it's probably just a connectivity problem. I know it's going to be a little frustrating, but you'll get through it. Oh, and just a quick side note that you don't really need the app for much of anything. All of the main features you can access right here. You can swap through your fonts. You can change your blade styles with the auxiliary and your ignitions with the power.
Basic 6. Basic 7.
Those are your blade styles. The top is your ignition styles.
Ignition 4. Ignition 5.
So you can also adjust your volume directly on the hilt as well. You're going to hold your power and hit the auxiliary. Power, auxiliary. So you're going to get that sound and then up and down volume. It's going to sound like an old touch tone phone. All right. And then you can go all the way down, all the way to mute. And then to exit, you do the same thing, power, auxiliary. And you could also adjust your color on here as well. Not as fine-tuned as the app, but you can bang through these colors really fast. All right, you're gonna hold your auxiliary, the bottom, and give a twist. And every twist is just gonna change your colors. So that is it. This is the brand new brass edition Anakin Skywalker Episode 3 lightsaber that we recently saw with his return in the new Ahsoka show. Number one, down below in the comments, let me know what you think of this, but also let me know what you think of Anakin's triumphant return. We got to see the Clone Wars. We got to see little Ahsoka. Unbelievable. Let me know what you thought of all of that and the lightsaber down below in the comments. And while you're down there, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button for upcoming videos. And I will see you all on the next video. Be safe and calm out there in the world. See ya.